stage, well, he's going to put his hand up and lead from the front, as he always does.
Well, we're about to get underway. The cherry and white of Wigan. It's quite a windy day here at the Brick Community Stadium. That may well have an impact on the opening stages here. But it is fair. It's a dry pitch, and we are ready to go. Harry Smith, some last-minute adjustments to his footwear, and it will be he who will get us underway here. It's Wigan against Salford. Round 6 of the Betfred Super League, live at the Brick Community Stadium. Here is Chris Hill. Not named in the side. The calf probably understood, ruled him out, but he's put his hand up to play. Testament to him, and testament for all those involved. There's Ormond Royd, his 100th Super League appearance today. So a big day for him.
Well, I'm sure there'll be 4 or 5 players that shouldn't really be taking the field for Salford, and that's what's really frustrating me, that, like I said, about players that are not willing to play in this fixture. And also because of some late inclusions to the squad, they've lost 2 substitutions going into this game. You only have 8 in the game over 80 minutes, and
they're down to 6 because they made adjustments to their squad after the deadline, which it seems a little bit harsh, given that Terry, they only named 17 in their initial squad. So you've got to think, you know, we talk a lot about player welfare. You've got to think there's got to be an allowance there.
It's a buzz phrase that people use, and I don't know whether people believe in it genuinely.
Well, I think you're right. I think people are starting to question it, given what's going on at Salford. And our hats off to every one of those in the dark blue shirt, and those that have turned up. You can hear the Salford fans in the background here. Here come Wigan, though. They've got a job to do. They need to bounce back after disappointment in the opening couple of weeks. Here now is Thompson. He'll have an eye on Ash's selection at the end of the season. The Aussies coming to these shores later on. As leading out a dummy half, finds Ellis, finds French, pops it up to Farrell. Farrell drives it inside the 40. So already Wigan on the attack. Last one. Be interesting how the wind will affect it down at pitch side. It's a bit of a swirling wind, as we saw it earlier on. Little floated kick out wide on the near side. Marshall gets hands on it, can't take it in, and that will be the turnover.
Well, he's the go-to man, isn't he, Liam Marshall? He's a great player, both ends of the field. Makes the mistake, though. You see, when this ball goes up, they're testing Wagstaff. He's got to make sure that he gives himself an opportunity. Don't stand flat-footed, because Marshall's one of those players. He's got real good hang time when he jumps for that ball.
Such a threat, Liam Marshall. We're hoping to add to his try tally today. Salford fighting hard early on here. We'll work the ball off their own end. But towards the 30 they go. Came here with an under-strength side ahead of the playoffs last year, didn't they? And Wigan put over 60 points on them that day. Here's Johnny Vaughan, signed from St Helens. Rumours that he will be a Wigan player next year.
He's got a great opportunity to try and impress his future employees, hasn't he?
Yes. Here is Hill, upended, just short of the halfway line. Finn Yates, a Welsh international, will play the ball now. And here comes Salford again, dropping the ball back on the angle. Carried in by Eason Masters, certainly one of the most experienced on the field for Salford today. Last one, they are on halfway here, so they'll go and look to get the kick away, and it's hoisted downfield by Morgan. Holds up on the wind, it's well taken by Douglas. A late call-up last week. Aberspiski pulled out in the warm-up at Leeds last week. He played last week, and he's in again today.
Yeah, 2 games last year, 2 games this year. He's a aggressive ball carrier like this man, Marshall. If I was Salford, I'd be looking at maybe going to the sideline, slowing the game down as much as possible. I know that you could say that that's pretty boring, but I'd just be trying to restrict meters. I'd be trying to just slow that clock down.
No look pass there, gets Dupree over the 40. Here now goes Ellis, finds Smith. Smith goes to field, short pass to Wardle. Wardle trying to wrestle out of the tackle. Again, Masters does a good job. And that's the last one. So Wigan not having it all their own way early on here. Not the best pass to Smith, but he hoists it downfield, a swirling bomb that's not taken. There could be danger here. It's gathered by Douglas, and he's going to race in and score. First try for Jacob Douglas. And if he's onside, this will count. Referee might just want to check. Did he stay onside? If he did, Wigan are in front. What's he going to say? He's saying on the field it's a try. Let's hear from our video referee, Marcus Griffiths.
So it's tackle 5. We have an on-field decision of try. We're just checking onside, offside. So we pause the ball on the foot. So all on foot. Exley is offside. Farrell is offside. And the winger is offside at that point. So we can run it through to the catch of the contest. So all 3 players are offside. At this point now, he receives the ball, he is then involved. Thank you, I have a decision.
Well, that is inexcusable from the Wigan outside backs there. There's no reason for them to be offside, Terry O'Connor. We saw it last night. St Helens had a try chalked off exactly the same. Got to be behind or level with the kicker, and they were all offside. Yeah, well, it's a let-off, isn't it? You know what's coming when the call goes up, and this will be chalked off, like you said. When they get the defence interested, they pull them up. It's a good kick that goes up, but that's a warning sign for Salford. Don't let that ball bounce. You mentioned before, Matt, the swirling wind in this stadium. It's a good kick from Harry Smith, and you can just see that Nathan Connolly goes for it, then pulls away. Johnny Vaughan can't get anywhere near him. But much needed penalty as well. We'll tap the ball here, just on the halfway. Matt Pete he'll be disappointed with that. That is 4 points they've literally thrown in the bin for the sake of being half a yard onside. But here comes Salford. What can they do? Can they post some points of their own? Ball driven forward by Hill on loan from Castleford. Wants to play the ball now and does. Ball works its way back. Here's Masters. You get the feeling he's going to see a lot of the ball. Well, was that an obstruction? It looked like it. Referee said he's taken the tackle, so we'll play on from there. In at dummy half is Yates. Gets it away to Briley. Briley looking to slice his way through. 300 games for Ryan Briley. Ball now back to Hill. Hill carries it forward. 20 out. Can they get a kick away here and put some pressure on? Hill just has a bit of a push out of the play of the ball. Here now is, well, they're going to run it to Briley. Briley goes for the gap, can't get the pass away, and he's tackled inside the 10.
He shapes the kick, doesn't he? And then all of a sudden he gets the call from Ryan Briley to run the play. Not a bad set of 6, really. Some nice carries from the forwards going forward. Kai Morgan, like I said, give the ball to Ryan Briley. Just can't quite get through the line, but a decent place for Salford. And this is where the part of the field that they want to play. Spend as much time near Wigan's line as possible.
Yeah, that's it. They can try and control Wigan as much as they can. Ball now here with Junior December. Carries, almost got through. Good tackle round the bootlaces. Ball now working short side, miss out pass. Marshall back to Wardle. Wardle, it's a forward pass. Well, Marshall said it went backwards, but the touch judge was right behind him, said it didn't. So a couple of early errors from Wigan here.
It's a couple of things that you'll take if you're one of the Salford coaches or a Salford player. The call was that it went went forward. So they'll take whatever call they can get back. Matty Pete will obviously be disappointed.
Well, we talked a lot about mindset, didn't we, in the respective dressing rooms? But if Wigan want to take some shortcuts this afternoon, then they're going to find it hard. There's Paul Rowley. We spoke to him ahead of the game. Admitted it's been another tough week at Salford, but fair play, is here with a smile on his face. Good defence there for tackle made short of the 40-metre line. Salford working hard early on here. 7.5 gone. Here's Hill, gets it away. All driven into contact. Good carry again. But again, good aggressive defence. The longer Salford can stay in the arm wrestle early on, then the better for them. Chris Hill's taking in a mountain of carries in the opening 8 minutes. Gets an offload away as well. Finds Yates, but he can't get the ball away from Leeming.
Do you know, he's played, what is it, 21 years? 21 seasons he's played, Chris Hill. He's obviously going to lead from the front.
Here they get loading up numbers. Here's Masters, gets it away. Vaughan nowhere to go. He's tackled 20 out. Last one. They'll play it over on the far side. Briley, the go-to man. Little drop of the shoulder. Gets the pass away to Ormonroyd. Ormonroyd through 1 through 2. Couldn't get it away, but inventive play. They may as well gamble on the last tackle.
Well, the big thing for Salford is how many positive sets they can string together, one after the other, consecutive sets. That's all they're after. Hard work, the effort earlier, that's what's got them into this place. Jack Ormonroyd, lot about the work from Marker there. Cutting Marshall down, that's one you've dealt with. Oh, they've given a penalty away.
That's one of those decisions that you feel could go either way. But Chris Kendall, well, Jay Field was racing away. Are they going to challenge this? That's Salford thinking, well, they're going to have to hurry up if they are. I think he's giving it for a flop initially.
Yeah, Ryan Bradley, he just wanted clarification actually what the penalty was given away for. Because everyone was turning around, obviously, were they going to waste the challenge so early on in the game, just 9 minutes gone.
Rowley looks on. Here is Thompson.
Move, George!
I mentioned that Ashes series coming up at the end of the year, Ted. That has really got to fire up some of the players. I think they want to be putting their hand up for that a place in Sean Wayne's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know, in your career, you don't get to play in many big series like that, to play in an Ashes series and hopefully win it for the country. Well, every player dreams about that.
Here is Ellis, ball free, dumps it out the back, picked up by Dupree. He'll carry again. He's tackled, former Salford man, of course, Tyler Dupree. Tackled. Here's Nasemba down the short side, turns in and out. They've turned their back. There's trouble coming here. Here's Wardle. He won't be caught. First try for the Wigan Warriors. It's Jake Wardle who's on the end of it. But Junior Nasemba wreaking havoc out wide. Wigan have the first score. It's 4 points to 0.
Well, Junior Nasemba, when he gets that ball, he turns Chris Hill inside out off the ruck. The big, powerful player. Most tackle busts in the comp for any forward. Junior Nasemba. He gets this ball nice and flat. Good footwork, steps off his right, keeps on going. He's looking for support straight away. He gives the ball to Jake Wardle, who just manages to power through and score the opening try. It took 10 minutes to get there. And the Warriors fans are delighted that they're first on the scoreboard. But Junior Nasemba, just look at the footwork from the big fella. Oh, and unselfishly, he's got Jake Wardle alert. Could he have gone on his own, swatted away a few of those players? Well, we'll never know.
Tough kick for Harry Smith out wide. Adam Kieran, who is the normal Wigan goal kicker. So a tough one for Smith here early on. Well, that was an ominous side. It was just a quick play of the ball, wasn't it, for Wigan, that got them on a roll there. Once they're on a roll, they're tough to handle.
Well, that's it. Whenever you play the ball quick and the defence isn't quite set and structured and communicating with each other, it's always really difficult when your opponents get over the ad line and have so many strike players that can cause you issues.
Here's the kick then for Smith. Oh, he struck that beautifully. He's hit the post.
You put
curled
the
round. Well, initially I thought he'd hit it wide, but he's curled it in. I think the wind caused a bit of a problem there. It's still 4 points to 0.
Well, they miss out on those two from the boot of Harry Smith, but they get 4 courtesy of that man, Junior Nasemba. And I say, Jake Wardle, what a signing that man has been. I think he's a quality. He's one of the best in the competition that we've got, Jake Wardle. Most definitely being Sean Wayne's plans come the end of the year.
Yeah, that Pete looks on. That's more like it from his side. 4 points to 0. So really advantage to the Warriors.
Look, and if you're Salford now, what the talk under the post has got to be is, right, forget that. Just let's get back to it. What was our mindset? What was our game plan at the start of the game? Forget about that try now.
Well, clear that Salford are playing in quite a hefty breeze here. That kick held up on the wind, didn't it? But 20 away. I guess what Paul Rowley will be saying as well is, look, we gave away a penalty right at the start of that set, and that was the problem. They had Wigan penned in, but they let them out too easy.
Yeah, well, if you want to build pressure, when you build your set, you want to play down near the line, you can't give penalties away.
Ball here with Leemings getting busy out of dummy half over the halfway line. He's racked up. What's going on elsewhere? Huddersfield 4, Hull Kingston Rovers 6 in the other Super League game today. Bottom against top. Who will prevail there? Ball now works its way to the hands of Smith. He'll just float the kick up. Wagstaff comes in off the touchline, catches it, and then gets caught by Nassemba and Marshall. But he did the job and caught the ball.
Well done. That young man made his debut last year against Wigan in that loss that you said 64-0. And that's how you take it. Don't focus on what's coming in front of you. Make sure you focus on catching the ball, and he did that.
Yeah, this is a tough set now for Salford, and the problem for them is with that wind, if they don't make too many metres, they're going to be facing problems with the kick as well. But they're up to the 20. Wigan defending so far so good in this set. Quite a narrow line from Wigan, looking to force Salford to go round them rather than through them, but that's the last one, and they're still only 25 off their own line. They'll play it now. Here is Morgan. His kick's not actually a bad kick. It's got field backpedaling.
That's a great kick.
That is a great kick into the wind, and now he'll have to retrieve it, and he's going to get back up to the 40. Jay Field, new long-term deal for him, which is good news for him, and it's good news for Super League fans as well.
Well, not if you're playing against him, though, is it?
We like to watch him on the telly.
Everyone likes to watch him on the telly. The magic from him and Bevan French, but they don't like him when he's playing against them. But a great kick putting Jay Field under pressure at the back from young Kai Morgan.
Here's Leeming, who's looking busy. The good news for Wigan today is that Brad O'Neill is back, injured in July last year, ACL problem. Here's Smith, quick hands, ball bounces at Wardle's knocked that on. Well, if that had gone to hand, Wigan had the numbers, but it didn't go to hand, and Salford are going to get the ball back.
But again, they'll take everything. Only I think it's 3 or 4 mistakes now that the Warriors have made. Salford get the ball. They're still in their own half, 40 metres from the line, but off a quick ruck, they'll look to play. They look to shift the ball out. And it's a ball that goes to ground, puts pressure on Jake Wardle, and Wagstaff comes in, and he just does enough to get in his eye line and force that error. Yeah. Like you were saying before, they went route one, they didn't make many metres, they need to be away from their line. And with the help from that mistake from Wigan, they managed to get near the halfway line.
Yeah, that was a move we've seen prove so successful so often, but it didn't go to hand there. And now Salford get a chance to fire back. Here goes Vaughan towards the halfway line. He'll just be happy to be playing some senior rugby. He's found opportunities hard to come by at St Helens. All on halfway. Short pass here to Hill. Oh, big shot goes in on Hill.
Well, that's what happens when you go to June December. He picks it up, slams it into the ground with help from his teammate Cruz Lehman.
Yeah, here's Hill over the 40. Yeah, this was a big shot. Bang. Did well to hang on to the ball. Here's Briley now, teasing inside, runs it himself. Farrell knows he's got to take care of the runner. Last one. Kai Morgan wants the ball. He'll get it now. He's going to send it high. Issa Masters is after this. Sun in the eyes of Field. Gets off the ground. He's going to be collected in goal. He is. Great set from Salford.
That's great pressure, but he falls just awkwardly. Jay Field.
He got bent over, didn't he?
Just back from injury. But you can see the pressure from Masters. Just gets him over the try line. Does the job. Makes that kick look a fabulous kick.
Field is limping back into position here. Well, poor Ollie's got a big smile on his. Why wouldn't he? He knows, doesn't he, what's gone into this last few weeks for Salford. It must be absolute hell for him at the moment, having to sort this team out. Find out who can play, who can't play, dealing with all the off-the-field stuff as well.
The big thing for Paul Rowley and Kurt Haggerty is turning up to work with a smile on your face when everyone else seems to look a bit glum, and making sure that you prepare the team, the players that's there who want to play as well, to do a job.
Here's Morgan, pops it up here, ball driven into contact on this near side by Foster. 15 out from the line. Yates waits at dummy half, goes short to Briley. Briley on his own, he's going back across the field. He's got past one. Now he's looking for a pass. Can't get one. He's tipped up 8 metres out. But Salford looking good for a try here. Can they put one on the board? Here now is Shorrocks, former Wigan man, finds Masters. Masters bumps off one, but he won't get past Farrell that easily. And he's put to ground on the 5th, 5 metres out from the line. Well, he's fighting to play the ball. Referee will tell him to get on with it. Here is Briley. Short pass to Hill. Hill wrapped up, dumps it down. That was knocked on. Oh, he's given a penalty, I think, for players' obstruction there. That is so unfortunate for Salford.
I think with Chris Hill, I think one of his teammates went in. They were both just trying to hit a hole, offer themselves as an option, but they obstructed a player that was in front of them. You can see is it young Kai Morgan.
I think he's thinking the kick's going in, isn't he? Oh, ball's been spilled though here. Ball spilled by Wigan. So Wigan at the moment are shooting themselves in the foot here, and Salford with Wright wrestling his way forward. Tackle made 25 away. Wigan not having it all their own way.
Do you know what you will say about this Salford side? They're playing with an awful lot of emotion, aren't they? Everyone writing them off.
Harry square for second marker. Held! Move now! Through! Wait here. Wait here.
They didn't find touch with a kick, did they, Wigan? That is a schoolboy error. Here now, Morgan gets it away to Hill, loitering a little bit further out wide. He's tackled, 10 away. Ball now into the hands of Shorrocks. Gets it wide to Briley, gets it away. Vaughan is wrapped up, nowhere to go. Last one, 10 away. Another chance here for Salford. Shorrocks at first receiver. He's going to put the kick in. It's as good as a pass to field, and he will go to ground a couple of metres off his own.
Well, again, they're going for Kai Morgan. Yet again, the young halfback, number 27, he's just pushing up, just searching for that ball, knowing that it's going to go to boot. Oh, another penalty they've given away, just trying to slow the Warriors down. And Salford looking to rev up and get off the line and really get into the Warriors. The footwork from Wardle, he wins that collision, and you can just see young George Hill just hangs on a bit too long.
An ironic cheer from the crowd as this time Harry Smith does find touch, and they'll start 5 short of halfway. Shorrocks with a tackle. To get out of the way. Ball works its way now here to Dupree. He's wrapped up on halfway. Well, Wigan just failed to click early on here. Short pass. Thompson takes it in. Long way to go. We mentioned the bench. You know, they've got the likes of Jimmy Shields and Scott Egan on there. They've got just a game of Super League between them. It's going to be tough off the bench. Here, short pass to Farrell. Good defence again. Ormond Royd and Shorrocks get the tackle made, 30 away. Leeming finds Ellis. Well, Morgan raced out of the line there. Here's Harry Smith. He's going to kick in behind. He's looking for Marshall. Marshall gets there, dumps it back for Wardle, but he can't take the pass, and another Wigan chance goes begging.
Well, that's the experience at the back from Ryan Briley, hasn't he? Put himself where the action has been brave at the back, defending that try line.
These are tough carries now for Salford. They're penned on their own line. Quarter of the game gone. Wigan just at the moment not quite clicking on offence, but they're going to get a few more chances, you think.
I'm sorry, it was Matty Foster who got to the back. I was expecting that to be Ryan Briley because he's fullback, so the players are turning up.
Nice shot here, and a bit of afters as well. Referee not happy. He steps in between Hill and Dupree. Rather Chris Kendall and I there, and there's a bit more going on as tempers fray here at the Brick Community Stadium.
Yeah, well, young Finlay Yates as well, just getting involved, isn't he? Well, might be young, might be just 20 years of age, the Welsh international, but looking to protect his teammate.
Well, there could be problems here for Dupree because the referee will be having a look at this, the video referee. They had them penned in, but once again, Terry, Wigan at the moment, their own worst enemies.
Yeah, well, they're making some mistakes, aren't they? They're really opening the game up and giving them a hand in the game. Obviously just 21 minutes gone in this.
I'm having a look at this one upstairs at the moment.
He's staying on the field.
We see the reaction from the Salford players when it happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's Tyler Dupree, obviously, with a tackle. They are looking at it.
Okay, mate.
Liam, Tyler.
Well, Tyler Dupree here is in trouble. Let's hear from the referee then.
Yeah. You do make contact with the head, but there is mitigation which brings it down from red to yellow. It's 10 minutes, mate. Yeah.
10 minutes in the bin then for Tyler Dupree. The former Salford man in the bin.
But again, if you're a Salford player, Salford fan, you'll take that. When you first time managed to have a look at this, you can see I think it's Nathan Connell. He's going into contact. He's trying to spin out. And as soon as Tyler Dupree hits him, you have a little look at the reaction from him. He goes in, he whacks him with the shoulder. He's not even attempting really to wrap his arm around. He'd be disappointed with that, Tyler Dupree.
10 minutes in the bin for him then. And Salford, who are on their own line again, are going to get a chance to get themselves out here. And the kick is a good one.
Well, Kai Morgan just looking for as much distance as he can. Now, again, just push up in support for your teammate.
Does the game plan here change for Salford? Player advantage, do they have to go for it here? Or do they just keep doing what they're doing?
Just keep focused. Sometimes that when there's a numerical advantage, you see teams trying to find space. Wigan are a good defensive side. Just keep doing what they're doing. Look, they just lead. Wigan are just leading by 4 points. 21 minutes. They've had a real dig, Salford.
How long can they keep this up? Not the big score many were expecting, that is for sure. Spirited Salford. Hill carries.
He plays well above his weight, doesn't he, George? Hill on loan from Castleford.
Yeah.
Big hopes for him in the future.
Yeah, here is Masters. Masters almost through. He's the go-to man. Him and Briley look to be the strike for Salford on the field. Here now, their little trick play. Briley's going to send it high. This will hang on the wind. Douglas comes to catch it, catches it, but Salford get in. Good set from Salford.
And that's big key for Salford. As soon as the ball goes up in here, give a big chase. As soon as they catch it, make sure you come up with the tackle. That's a nice carry from Eckersley.
It is, but what Wigan haven't been able, they've not been able to get on a roll, have they? Consistently get. I mean, that looks. Well, I thought I was going to say that would have been a forward pass, but he held onto it, Cruz leaving. But they just can't get any consistencies to their play at the moment, Wigan.
No, you're right. And just looking at Salford, and well, they're getting numbers in. They're trying to make it slow. They can get 3 and 4 players involved in every tackle and just peel off.
George Hill has come off, I think, for a head injury assessment. Oh, there's danger here. Walters has gone straight through. Walters has got Field on his outside. You not catch him. Field in for the second for Wigan. Dots it down. One missed tackle and problems. They might be down to 12, Wigan, but they can score from anywhere on the field.
Well, that's it. You make sure you get your numbers right. And the communication's got to be good. Your tackle selection's got to be good. If you choose to jump the line, you've got to make sure that you come up with the tackle. And I think it was Kai Morgan. You can see him setting up here. They go left-hand side. Kai Morgan goes up, and he gets nobody, throws his hands in the air. He's got to make sure if he's going up and Sam Walters is getting the ball, he gets in front and he hits him and stops him going through the gap. He runs past him, and then as soon as Sam Walters goes through, he's just looking for the quicker man, which is Jay Field. It's an easy try that could have been prevented. Like I say, don't get any brain explosions, and they'll be disappointed with that, Kai Morgan.
Yeah, always trying to do too much there, and in the end didn't do anything. Here is the kick then for Harry Smith. Hit the upright with the first one. 9 in from touch. Can he add the extras here? Well, they've scored 2 simple tries, Wigan. Won't be too happy, I don't think, Matty Pete, with how this opening 24 minutes has gone so far, but here's Smith. Strikes this one, floats straight between the posts. 10 points to 0. And despite being a player down, Wigan extend their lead.
Yeah, well, the big thing for Paul Rowley will be saying to his players, look, front up, don't make any errors in defence. You just got to make sure that you get in front of them. You know the trick plays that they're going to do. Whenever there's a man who gets the ball and he goes at the line, there's always going to have support. And they'll be so disappointed with conceding that try. To get into nearly 25 minutes and just conceding the one would have been a great effort from them. Now they find themselves 10 points down.
Yeah, Tiaki Chan has come on, the Wigan loanee has come on for Finlay Yates, who got a head knock. He's had to go off, so again, they can't afford that. Salford, too many injuries. Fields try. Is that the start of a Wigan deluge, or can Salford stay in this game? I think you worry if you are Salford, is those latter stages here, given the inexperience on the bench.
Look, and the big thing is, as they'll see out this first half over the next 15 minutes, is slow the game down a bit. Do you know, they've got to play it at their pace. Like, Wigan want to play the game quick because they've got so many species. They've got big men, the likes of Sam Walters, who they've just introduced onto the field. They've got big men who like to take you on up the middle and can promote the ball. You've got to slow them down as much as you can.
Here now the ball to December. Oh, he's gone through again, and he's got Wardle with him again. Mission impossible here for Briley. Oh, he's passed it early. That gives Briley a chance. It's a foot race, and Wardle is just going to get there. Maybe Junior December's pass was a little bit premature, but Jake Wardle in at the corner again, and it's 2 tries in 2 minutes for Wigan.
Well, it just looked too easy, but again, it was a mistake in defence that gifted that field position for that man to score. Yet again, his second try, Jake Wardle. But when you go up, make sure that you come up with the tackle, and you can see that they go up. Junior December, again, he's the key man to go to, isn't he? When they got Kai Morgan, and I think it was Matty Foster, who both miss him. And when you hear people talk about get your bodies in front, don't let men get between you. And Kai Morgan, well, if he can relive that tackle again.
No one misses them on purpose, but
no,
they aren't half costly when you miss them at this level.
No, it's really difficult. Look, he's a big, powerful man. He gets rid of people quite easy, Junior December. And when you go to take him as low as that, you've got to try and make sure you affect that tackle and wrap those legs up.
Here's Harry Smith, another tough assignment from the sideline. This for another 2 points. This is the thing. If it does unravel, it can unravel very, very quickly.
Yeah, that's the big worry, isn't it? Like you said, just as the fatigue sets in, anything could happen.
Oh, what a kick that is. When you're down on your luck, you're down on troops, you do not want to see Harry Smith doing that from the sideline. 16 points to 0. Big smile on the face of Harry Smith. And a big smile on the face, I would imagine, of Brad O'Neill, because he's made his way back onto the pitch for the first time since last July after that ACL problem. But this fella, we talk Ashes, he's got to be in Sean Waite's team.
He is absolutely unstoppable, isn't he? What is he, 21 years of age? He's a phenomenal athlete, Junior December. You love watching him, the way he plays the game. And like you said, Brad O'Neill onto the field, injured last July. Right.
There he is, Brad O'Neill. Great to see him back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tough customer as well. Ball towards Field. Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. Jay Field drops it. Well, that is an error you would not expect from Jay Field.
Yep. You know, he takes them, doesn't he? Safe as how Jack Almonroy just getting into him. Tries to turn, tries to spin, and just makes that error. And they're the little sort of errors that Matty Peet will be disappointed with.
Well,
you play against the big side. You can't afford to make errors like that.
You can't. They've invited Salford in. Just when they had Salford on the back foot, they've invited them in and given them a bit of time down this end. Can Salford make Wigan pay here? Ball fired from Chanda Briley. Here now is Morgan. Morgan, he could be going into touch here. He could be going into touch. Wigan are absolute masters. They are masters at that skill of keeping the player off the ground and dumping him over the sideline.
It's just like a big pylon. There's about 4 or 5 players there. You know, they get hold of him, and it's like, come on, lads, everyone get in. Let's get him over the side. You try and play wide, you run sideways, you try and straighten up, and you can see, look at the work from Eckersley. And also Bevan French. Look, it's like a rugby union mall.
There's
5 players just come in, and that's the reaction from making a mistake to make up.
Yeah, and that is a plan. Eckersley there, he's not thinking tackle him, he's thinking hold him up in the tackle so we can chuck him over the side. It is brilliant. I know a lot of people don't like it. I think it's an amazing skill that Wigan have really worked on.
Look, well, the big thing is if you're carrying the ball, you're in control of where you go and where you carry. If you go into a man like Eckersley and you know that that's what Wigan do, you've got to get to the ground.
Yeah.
Go to Diake.
Here now is Mago on from the bench. What can the big man do? Finds an offload, finds Smith. Smith turns it back inside. Here goes Brad O'Neill. O'Neill ankle tap tackle stops any further progress. But Wigan on the front foot again. Smith swings it wide to Farrell. Farrell gets it wide. Here's Bevan French. Short pass to Eckersley. And Wigan back on the attack here, 20 metres away. Can Salford hang on here? They're being asked some big questions. Smith to Mago. His offload started this little passage of play, and he's tackled. 20 out, will fall to ground, or will he? Will keep on his feet, eventually goes down. Last one, they're loading short side with Smith to Nasemba. Nasemba needs to find a pass. No, he doesn't. He'll do it himself, the big man. He's too big, he's too strong. And Salford now are just starting to unravel at the Bryn Community Stadium. 20 points to nil.
Well, that's what you say. He needs to find a pass. Look at the size of the man. I think it was just young Josh Wagstaff that comes in. You know, his life must have flashed before his own eyes when he saw that man coming towards him. And again, you can see 3 men in the ruck. They just couldn't quite get it right. He goes through, spins out the tackle from Wagstaff, and all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, they scored 3 tries, the Warriors, and it just makes it difficult now for Salford. Junior Nsemba hits a really good line. He shapes to pass that ball. Wagstaff falls off him, and it's nice and easy for the big man.
And all this, remember, while Wigan are down to 12. Tyler Dupree not far away from returning to the action. There he is, Tyler Dupree, 10 minutes in the naughty step. Here's Smith. Well, this should be his easiest kick so far. It's the nearest he's been to the post, but tough kicking conditions. We saw Sam Tompkins miss one last night, Terry, on the game you were covering. He missed a pretty straightforward kick, but Smith makes no mistake. 22 points to nil.
Yeah, it looks really difficult for them now. You just look at the leg drive, the offload, the players pushing up in support, footwork from Brad O'Neill, gets through, and George Hill just manages to ankle tap him. But the speed in the next set, and Junior Nsemba comes up, spins out the tackle, goes over for an easy try. They've looked really dangerous on the left-hand side, the Warriors.
It's interesting here. Tyler Dupree's sim bin is over. Matt Pete's subbed him. He's taken him off. That is a statement in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, they've subbed him. I think it's Harvey Hill that's gone on for him.
Sean Wayne here, the England coach. He must be chomping at the bit, Sean. That big series to come, end of the year. Plenty of Super League action to come. Sam Walters with a good start. I've been impressed with Sam Walters this year, playing more as a middle, Terry. He's getting through a lot of work, isn't he?
Well, I've known Sam Walters since he was like a 7-year-old kid. He's always like played on the edge, but I think his future in the game is as a prop forward, and a very good prop forward.
Yeah, he's certainly blooming here under Matt Pete at Wigan. Salford make the tackle on the 40. A big 7 minutes to come here. They can't afford to let this blow out too quickly. Short pass to Farrell, spins, great tackle. Didn't completely stop him, but got enough of him for now. Here the ball works to Walters. Walters will just settle it down with a straightener. Falls 35 away, but they're on the ropes here, Salford. They've been really brave early on. But now Hill, short pass to Field. Forward pass.
Yeah.
It was forward. Great tackle, by the way, from Briley. But another opportunity for Wigan is not quite as they would have liked it. They've not quite put it to bed.
Yeah. Saying like more or less clinical there. You can see him playing at line. Nice play, wasn't it, from Hill, knowing what he's got inside him. He just overruns that play, Jay Field. And Harvey did a decent job of really getting the defence interested before he just tipped the ball back inside to the speedster.
Pete, I get the impression will not be very pleased with his opening 33.5 minutes. There's a lot of faults he can find in this performance.
Yeah, and against, like I said, the opposition at the top of the table.
Well, you mentioned that. They get next week off because they're not in the cup.
Yeah.
Hull Kingston Rovers away, Saints at home, Hull away, Warrington at Magic, and Lee at home.
Yeah,
They've got a big month ahead.
Yeah, there you go. So you can't make mistakes against those sort of teams because they will punish you.
Two, move! Brad, don't go early. Wait, go two.
All now with Salford. It'll feel like an eternity since they had their hands on it.
Again, Brad. Wait. Go three back.
Here is Hill, gets it away to Hill. That's George to Chris.
Back, Sam. Go for it.
I'll tell you what, Chris Hill has stood up today. Here now is Masters out the back. Oh, he's lost it. It's pinched by French. Trouble here. It's a foot race for French. He's gone. Say goodnight. French is away and scores a try. Will the referee want to check how that ball came out? I think he might. He's going to hand it upstairs. Did Bevan French knock it on when he pulled the ball out of the hands of Eason Masters? What does he say on the field? He's got no try, so this is another one that could be getting chalked off.
So, it is tackle 4. We have an on-field decision of no try, knock on. So, at this point, Masters is in possession of the ball. French is playing at the ball and pulls at the ball. So now we'll go to camera 4 to work out what direction that goes in. So we'll go tighter, so we'll go into camera 5. So we know the ball's been stolen by French. Can we see what direction that goes in? So it's definitely been stolen. It's one-on-one at this point. What direction does that ball go in? So at the point the ball is stolen, Masters is over the cut of the grass. So is the ball. So we'll use camera 4. So the ball has been... So does the ball go forwards or backwards in relation to the ground? That is the question we've got to ask ourselves. So we need to establish what point the ball is stolen. So the ball is stolen at this point. The live call is no try. So with a live call of no try, we have insufficient evidence to suggest that that ball has gone backwards. I have a decision.
Just in the background, man. Just give me the exact mark. I don't know if it's 35 or 45.
Well, Bevan French will be a little bit disappointed. I thought that was touch and go. I thought, again, if Chris Kendall goes try on field, I don't think you can overturn that, can you?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Salford will take anything and everything
They will.
that they get going in their favour.
They will, but that's a couple of disallowed tries now for Wigan. The referee on the field said no try, and Marcus Griffiths couldn't find evidence to overturn it.
Well, the fans certainly thought that that was a try from their reaction. You can see he strips the ball. And because it was inconclusive and it was sent up by Chris Kendall as no try, the video ref backed the referee up on the field. And one thing for sure, the Masters, he gets the ball and he's anywhere near Bevan French next time, he'll have a better grip on the ball.
Certainly will. 22 points to 0, 5 to go to the break here. Not sure what the delay is at the moment. Substitution being made.
Yeah, Chris Hill.
Well, that is a head injury assessment. We saw Yates go off with a HIE. He's clearly past his, so he can come back on, but Chris Hill has taken a knock, so he goes off.
Well, not a bad effort as well, was it, from Chris Hill? Played 35 minutes, you can see he's not moving well.
Well, in fairness,
He came into the game carrying a knock.
there were some players happy to play like that, and he's injured.
Yeah.
Wait, Pat, wait. Go, one. Yeah, you're fine, One.
Here is Chan, drives it in. He's pushed back by Farrell.
Don't go early, Brad, back foot, wait. Go, 2.
5 to go to the break. Here now is George Hill, tackled 35 away. Can Salford get themselves a try at the end of this first half? They've not been down this end for a while. They've been on the back foot. Oh, that pass won't help, but it bounced up kindly in the end for Foster. He takes it in. The tackle made 30 away from the line. The best, that one. They get away with it. Here now, the ball works its way across to right. I think that could be a forward pass as well, was it? Referee's blown his whistle. It's a penalty.
Yeah, I think it's a penalty for a shot. And I think it was Ryan Briley in back play. He certainly gets the eyes of the defenders, Ryan Briley. He's very quick at the back. He's the link-up. You can see they always look for him.
Not a lot in that, in fairness, but it is a penalty. And we play on. Salford have it. 22 points the difference at the moment. Set restart as well, so Salford get another tackle to use here. Shorrocks, he'd love to score, wouldn't he, against the Warriors today. Tackle 15 away. It's in at dummy half. We'll get it up now. Here's Chan, another one who'd like to score. I guess his teammates all now inside the 10. They're going left to Briley. He'll ship it away to Masters. Short pass here, wrapped up. Can they find an offload? No, they can't. I thought they were going to try and shove him over the sideline then, but they held on to him and put him to the ground. 5 away. Vaughan's going to have a scoop from dummy half. He's tackled a couple out. So we've got 2 tackles left here. They're going to try and pinch one again, but they won't catch Wigan out that easily. This is the last one. They have numbers to the right here, Salford. They're going to have to go through the hands. They'll go back to Briley. Is he going to put the kick in? He is. He's looking. I think they thought they were offside there, and Masters, I think, went a yard too soon and couldn't get the ball.
Do you know, and he was telling them, Ryan Briley, what he was going to do. He was ushering them all to get behind him and expect the kick. Some nice defence from Salford. Nice and tight.
It's different defending at this end rather than at the other end, isn't it?
This is where you can really get off the line and impose yourself.
You can. Let's have a look at what's going on elsewhere in the Super League today then. Hull KR in front at half-time, 16-4. Giants waiting for their first win of the season. Rovers looking to extend that lead at the top. Here goes Mago. Another pass on the ground, picked up by Wardle. Wardle's looking to use his feet to get through the line. He's wrapped up. December in at dummy half. Salford so far so good on this set. Smith will just hoist it downfield. Briley's racing to catch it. Dropped it, went backwards. Clearly went backwards, so it's play on. Picked up over on the far side by Connell, and he's tackled 30 out from his own.
They just get away with that, don't they? Because they're positioning Ryan Briley when he goes for that ball. He does take, or does move in the air as it's coming down. He can't quite get a clean catch on it. Fortunately, it goes backwards for Connell.
Yeah, they'll pick it up. Can they get a good clearing set here? 22-0 at the break wouldn't be the end of the world for Salford. Really have been up against it, but when you think that they went 22-0 up with 10 to go to the break. Oh, beautiful offload. Briley takes it in. He's away. Field in front of him. How did he hang on to that one? Passes it infield for Morgan. He's going to be wrapped up. And a chance now for Salford. Briley, how did he hang on to that pass? Here's Shorrocks now. Gets it to Masters. He's put in the kick in here. Walters in the face. It's play on. Masters still has it. Referee says this is the last one. They don't get a set restart. Walters didn't play at it. Ball back to Shorrocks now. He gets it away to Morgan. Everyone's in front of him. Has to move it along to the young winger. He's just going to carry it. He's got nowhere to go. They just run out of bodies there, Salford. And that will be the turnover with 40 seconds left in the first half.
Well, they've got to try it to him, haven't they? Salford. They don't quite get over it. Some strong defence. Nice little offload from Chan. Gives the ball to Briley. Like he said, does ever so well to keep hold of that ball. He's looking for support. Throws the ball over the top to Kai Morgan. And good defence from the Warriors to cut him down.
They just run out of troops there. Matty Pete making his way past his up here. He doesn't look overly happy. I get the feeling there's going to be a few words in that Wigan shed at half-time. Wigan here. Maybe one last tackle to see out this first half. A spirited Salford, has to be said. The ball now works its way to Mago. Are they going to go for the big play? They'll get it out wide, but Marshall is confronted here. He's thinking about kicking. He's thinking about kicking. Ball on the ground. Picked up. He's flicked it away. Salford are not going to get the chance to run it because the referee said it was a knock-on, and that will do it. A first 40 minutes in which Salford was spirited early on. Wigan eventually broke them down. Jack Wardle's first try on 10 minutes. Dupree then spent 10 minutes in the bin before, and Sember broke away to set up Jay Field. Wardle then got a second before Sember himself went over The big crowd out here on a Sunday afternoon, those in cherry and white. Despite what has been a sloppy first 40 minutes, Wigan in the ascendancy. Spirited Salford yet to score. At the break here, it is Wigan Warriors 22, Salford Red Devils 0.
You can enjoy every single game live right here on Sky Sports.
And
that's a great shot there. Great tackle! This is getting fiery now. Magic Mikey strikes again. Individual brilliance from a special player in Bevan French.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Strap yourselves in. It's going to be a blockbuster.
Rugby league, truly the greatest sport on the planet. Every game live on Sky Sports. What have we got coming up for you? In round 7, Thursday 10th of April, Salford take on the Leeds Rhinos. Sky Sports action for that one. Also Sky Sports action, a blockbuster, Hull KR against Wigan, Friday the 11th of April. Also that night on Sky Sports Plus, it's Saints against Wakefield. Should be a good game, that one as well. Followed by Warrington against Hull, two teams in the playoff mix. Sky Sports Plus Saturday the 12th, when we'll also have Castleford against Lee. And Sunday we'll see the Giants take on the Dragons on Sky Sports Plus at 3 o'clock. All that to come then in a couple of weeks' time. But here this afternoon, blue skies overhead, but not entirely plain sailing for the Wigan Warriors. They lead Salford by 22 points to 0, but they could have been more tries, Terry, for the Wigan Warriors.
Well, they had 2 tries. This allowed, it took them 11 minutes to score the first try through Jake Wardle. They've made some errors. Whenever they look like they've shifted the ball's gone to ground. But Salford will take absolutely anything, won't they?
Yeah, they will indeed. It is fair to say, 22 points to 0 at the break. As we look at those first half tries in just a moment's time, but Salford could have had a couple of tries of their own, couldn't they?
Yeah, they did. When they bought a bit of land up near the try line, and Ryan Brierley in particular has looked really dangerous from. But speaking of dangerous, Junior Nsemba, you know, I thought he's caused a lot of problems for Salford over on this left-hand side. When he gets through, you can see the good footwork. He targets Hill. He just can't quite get back. Chris Hill, who had a big 35 minutes before leaving the field. And it's there laid on a plate for Jake Wardle. It then took him 14 minutes to score the next one. The sin bin of Tyler Dupree. He knew as soon as he hit him, he turned around, he threw his head back, he knew he'd come up with the wrong tackle, and the coach wasn't happy. Even when that sin bin was over, he introduced Harvey Hill off the bench and left Tyler Dupree on it. Yeah, nice play, goes up, Kai Morgan throws his arms in the air. Again, don't jump the line. We've seen that a couple of times this week on Super League. When players jump the line, it makes it so easy for their opponents to just get through the line. Keep your line intact, and at least you've got a bit of a chance to stop the likes of Sam Walters and Jay Field. And Junior Nsemba again goes through. And again, who's he looking for? Well, it's Jake Wardle. The faster man, Ryan Brierley. I like that effort from Ryan Brierley, forcing him into the corner to score the try. Well, the big back rower, Nsemba, you just look at him. Morgan again, he misses him, drops his head. Nsemba, nice and composed, just buys a bit of time, and you can just feel the pressure from Ryan Brierley. Jake Wardle just gets over. And Junior Nsemba, well, he set up a couple of tries for Jake Wardle. He thought, not on this occasion, I'm going to have one of these myself. And young Josh Wagstaff is faced with the prospect of bringing Nsemba down. He just can't quite come up with it. He goes in, grabs him, spins off the tackle, and it's a big 40 minutes for that man.
Yeah, huge for Junior Nsemba. Wigan leading 22-0 at the break. What about the stats then? Well, look at that. 58% possession for Salford, 93% completion rate. So straight away, those two numbers are good, but look at the meters made. And that is a big difference there.
Yeah, you look at the meters, you look at the errors made by Wigan, the missed tackles, well, it's level. Do you know what I mean? So Salford are doing something right to make the Warriors miss tackles. Normally very good efficiency, tackle efficiency is like probably one of the best in the competition. Salford are making them miss.
They are indeed. Still more work to do though for Salford, but they've been spirited thus far. Can they put some points on their own second half, or will the cherry and whites in this big crowd be going home happy indeed? We'll find out. Second half is live and it's coming up next. Brick Community Stadium is bathed in sunshine here as Wigan take on the Salford Red Devils live in round 6 of the Betfred Super League. And it's Wigan who are in front, 22 points to 0. I think Matt Peake will be talking maybe about the need to execute better from a Wigan perspective. I'm sure Paul Rowley will be saying, come on guys, give me another 40 minutes like you've just served up there.
Yeah, there was only really a nightmare 7 minutes for them. And I think that's where you switch off, you don't focus, you don't concentrate, you jump the line, you don't work as a unit, you let the Warriors in. But apart from that 7-minute spell, they've had the chances as well, Salford, forcing Wigan into making some mistakes. But overall, I'm pretty sure Paul Rowley will be pretty happy with his troops.
Yeah, will indeed. Lovely sunny day. They're here, young and old, watching Salford. That is proper support coming to watch today when your team are down on their luck. The Wigan fans, a few more smiles on faces at that end of the field as well. They'll be hoping for more points, but I think what Salford have shown is that, look, if you are going to get some points, you're going to have to earn them, and maybe Wigan at times haven't earned the right to play the rugby they want to play.
Yeah, like this left edge has been really, really good, been really powerful, and it's caused Salford some problems. But what I liked about, even like when Jake Wardle scored his try, I like the effort from Ryan Briley to force him into the corner to cut down on the angle for the kick for the post. So it's all about your fight. Sometimes what you lose when you haven't quite got the skill, it's what's going on in between your ears and your willingness to work and your willingness to compete for each other.
Wigan out for the second half here then. Liam Farrell, Junior December, what a back row pairing they are. They're hoping to wreak some more havoc in this second half.
Different stages of the career, but what a person, what a player. Junior December has got to play alongside Liam Farrell. You know, like, he's been one of the best, Liam Farrell, over the years that he's been at the club. 16 years he's done at Wigan, so those fans have certainly added and really helped their team. Salford just playing a bit of a game and just keeping Wigan out on the field.
Yeah, well, like you said, every trick they've got to try and roll the dice, haven't they, here? But Wigan are ready to go. They're waiting, they're keeping warm out there. Actually, it's quite sunny when it's nice when you're in the sun. It's a little bit cold when you're out of it. But here comes Salford. Ryan Briley leads out the Red Devils. Rumours abound that there may be more players leaving the Red Devils this week. It really is the breaking up of a side that has achieved so much over the last couple of years. But that young Wigan fan will be hoping his team can get some more tries and send him home happy.
Well, like I say, it's been really difficult for everyone involved at the club, the fans, the staff, the players. Been really, really difficult. But for me, that you're paid to play rugby, you're paid to be a part of a team, and you've just got to go out there and perform and put your hands up. And sometimes, no matter how busted you are, Mark, you just do that. And you look around the changing rooms and you try and do what's right for everyone.
Riley will get us underway. Salford with a wind at their back. Wigan 22, Salford 0 here at the Brick Community Stadium. Second half action as Smith takes the restart. Here's Walters. We'll bring it forward. What will the message be from Matty Peake then at the break?
Matty Peake, just tidy up a few of the players. Make sure that when we look into play, we've got to get our execution right. Don't take Salford lightly. Don't give him that field position, because I keep saying his name, but Ryan Briley at the battle caused some problems. He's really quick. He's got an eye for a gap. And there's a score in this Salford side.
Yates again. 2 in the set. Come on. Don't push.
Set restart here for Wigan. Fired the pass wide. Marshall's done well to catch that from Smith, so a set restart.
It wasn't the best of passes, was it, to Marshall? Like you said, did really well to catch it.
Yeah. So here we go then with Mago, looking to lay the platform, trying to power his way through. Takes 3 to bring him to the ground.
There you go, and that's what you play off. That's the platform that's laid for you. You still can't get him down.
Yeah, here now is O'Neill. Gets it away to Walters, short pass to Fred, short pass to Farrell. Salford got their work cut out on the back foot early on here. Ball will be played by O'Neill. Finds Bevan French. Dare I say he's been quiet today. Mago gets it away to Walters. Walters has to wrestle his way forward.
Back, Josh. Back.
Couple left here. Field is to the left, but they're coming back here to Mago. He fancies a tilt. Goes for it, flicks it back to O'Neill. O'Neill finds Smith. Smith wide, bounce pass, finds Douglas. Did well to deal with that. And he now sets off in field, looking to try and find a hole, but Yates brings him down. 5th tackle, 10 out.
Again, it's another pass that's gone to ground, though, isn't it?
It is. They're not quite executing yet. Here is French. French going. He's going to be wrapped up. I'd have to say that's another pretty disappointing end of the set from Wigan.
Yeah, totally agree. Ben French just running the ball on the last play, but how many times have we seen the ball go onto the ground? The only benefit that they get here now is, look where they're taking the ball here. Really difficult for them to get away from this red zone early when you're trapped in the corner.
Yeah. Sometimes the worst thing there, Ben French could have tried to manufacture something, spilt the ball or kicked it dead, and all of a sudden you've let Salford out. Now they've got to work their way out.
Well, the thing is, every time Bevan French gets the ball, you expect a bit of magic. You don't expect him to get caught in possession. But again, I'm going to give credit to Salford's defence.
Yeah, fair play. They've held them out. Here now they're trying to work out of their own end. Chan will bring it forward. He's got the arm free momentarily, but now he's got to concentrate on holding on to it. Yates gets it away. Here is Masters, fires the ball wide. Good one-on-one tackle, Eckersley. And there they're trying to push over the sideline again. Last one, they caught on the sideline here, Salford. Shorrock will get it away. Yates kicks it downfield. It wasn't the greatest kick, but he got one away. But here's Field, and already he's over the 40. He's looking to get to an edge. He's looking to play. Field trying to burn them all off. Only one more to beat. Passes it to Marshall. What a try. Brilliance from Jay Field. The kick downfield. He raced forward, got to the edge, and Marshall strolls in. Wigan opened the score in second half, 26 points to 0.
Well, that's how good he is, isn't he, at the back? 7 clean breaks this year from Jay Field in the opening 4 rounds. And there's another one to add to the list. There were 2 flyers there in Liam Marshall and Jay Field. And the ball, well, he didn't quite get the tackle count right there, and I think it was Yates that kicked it in. You can see him just looking across the field and skipping across, and all of a sudden he just step in, and as soon as you step in and put all the weight on your inside foot, there's some space on the outside, and that's when Jay Field accelerates. Look at him skirting across the line. He's going across, he's bouncing. All of a sudden you can see young Wagstaff, he just bites in just a fraction of a second, and Jay Field goes on the outside of him. He does that to many senior players, so the young man Wagstaff shouldn't be disappointed. He's trying his best to stop him, and unfortunately he can't do that against Field and against Marshall.
And this time the pass gathered by Marshall, and he's over to score. Harry Smith, another tough assignment, 5 in from touch. Kicking into the breeze in this second half, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, for him to judge this wind. Can he add the extras here? 26 points to 0. Strikes it firmly, but he's pulled it across the face of goal, and it will be no goal. 3 from 5 for Smith. 26 points to 0, Wigan lead.
Well, if you get to the end of your set, you've got to make sure that you try and kick the ball as far down the field as you can. And Jay Field, you're looking to turn him round. You don't want him catching the ball on the full, or that man Liam Marshall. So many attacking options. Yates kicks it, realises it's the last play, goes straight into the hands of that man, and just look at him. He's got time, there's no panic, in him, and he knows that when he gets on the outside,
Okay, Ryan, let's go.
and he gets the big call from Liam Marshall to just drop the ball back inside, it's an easy try for them.
Smith regathers on the kickoff, gets it away to Walters. He'll drive it forward. Well, it might be damage limitation now for the Red Devils. We mentioned that inexperience. It'll be interesting how Paul Rowley rolls round his subs here, won't it? Given that he's got two lads on the bench, one of them's never played at this level before, and the other one who's just had the one game.
Well, that's the big thing, isn't it? Exposing them to first-team rugby. And maybe they've not trained with the team, they've not been in the gyms, they're not ready quite for Super League. And what do? Do you throw them out there when Wigan have got a commanding lead?
Well, there's O'Neill jumping out of dummy half. Already they're up and over the 40. A couple of tackles left in the set here. Ball in field here now to Mago. They're looking to go through hands here. They'll get it wide. Here's Marshall. Marshall got Wagstaff in front of him. Ball cuts back with Marshall inside the 40. Salford, though, handled that pretty well. They looked for a second as though they were busted. This is the last one. Smith's just going to kick into the corner. Just wants this to stay in the field of play. Wagstaff's got to deal with it. He will do, and he's tackled 5 off his own line. And Wigan almost is saying, you can have it, Salford, but you're going to have to work mighty hard to get out your own half.
And that's it. Last time they had the ball, they had to work away from the left-hand corner. Now it's from over the right-hand side. It was nice defence from Kai Morgan. And you can see Kurt Haggerty and Paul Rowley just trying to come up with the right message to send down to the players on the field.
Wigan got to stay clean in terms of discipline here. They've got Salford where they want them. Salford with Yates are going to kick here. Morgan's had enough. He's kicking downfield. It's going to bounce, though, inside the Salford half. Got a nice bounce in the end, though, and that forces Field back to collect it. And if you can find the grass, you've got a little bit more chance of containing this fella.
Yeah, it was a nice chase as well. Jackie Chan come in. Look at the Matty Pete. Again, just he doesn't look settled, does he? Doesn't look happy.
I think you'll be happier with how they're controlling the game now, Wigan. I felt they didn't quite in times in that first half. They lost a little bit of control. Now they're basically setting up siege on the Salford line, aren't they?
Well, they was happy with scoring the points in the opening 4 minutes. They needed a big start, and that's what they got.
Here's French now, offers a dummy, he's through. French is through, missed tackle, try under the post. Well, he's been quiet today, Bevan French. He had one choked off in the first half, but nothing wrong with this one. The floodgates about to open at the Brick Community Stadium. French is over for the latest Wigan try.
Well, he scored in the last 5 games that he's played in Super League, Bevan French. And it just looks some tired effort now from Salford. It's speed, it's strength when they get to the line, they're powering through. No matter how much they're working, you can see again there's just a bit of a late retreat. They get the numbers in, he goes straight through Shorrocks, who comes over the top, and I think it's Shane Wright that they just can't get him. He shapes the ball, he's looking at passing it to Field and to Farrell, and it opens up for him, and he decides just to run the ball himself. It's some real tired efforts. You can see Shorrocks, Wright just falling off. The amount of times that they've opened up the gate, really, and let them through when they've had the bodies there to come up with the tackle.
Well, this is a chance now for Harry Smith right in front of the posts, and this should be a straightforward kick for him. Had a couple of toughies from the sideline, but that one's straight down the middle, and it's 32 points to 0. And over half an hour remaining here. This could be a long old day for the Salford Red Devils.
Well, when you set your standards, don't you? And you know what you've got to do defensively. And just unfortunately, you can see the Salford players, Shorrocks and Shane Wright, just can't quite stop that man. Well, there's a lot of thoughts going through your mind whenever Bevan French has got the ball. Is he going to pass it? Is he going to kick it? Is he going to run? Well, on that occasion, he chose to run, and he went straight through 2 defenders and made it look so easy.
Yeah, and it comes about from Wigan controlling territory. A couple of times they've turned it over inside the Salford 5, but Salford not being able to get out of their own half, even with the kick. And need to try and force an error, but here's Walters at 15 off his own line. He wants to get up and play it. He will play it. Here now is Junior December. He'll carry it forward. Good shot goes in there from Yates.
Now, Jack, get square. Wait, George.
Just got to try and slow it down as much as they can.
They're trying everything, aren't they? You know, there's a couple of players there. There's a good carry from Sam Walters. They're just lying on a bit too long sometimes.
Here's O'Neill, short pass to Mago, did well to take that in. Mago's away, and he's got Smith with him. Mago gets it away, Smith has a juggle, gets it to December. A lovely looping ball. Oh, that's gone forward from Walters. Oh, it's play on, he's not whistled it, Chris Kendall, and it's going to be... Ball's on the ground, it's touched down by Walters in the end. That was a real comedy there. Surely the Walters pass went forward, but the referee's given the try anyway. Sam Walters with a try, and now Salford are in deep trouble.
Yeah, well, getting really difficult for them now. They just can't quite stop them. Sam Walters came on in that first half, come up with a nice couple of runs as well. And he just offers himself. But it came around from Patrick Mago. You just look at the strength that he's got. The referee running out of his way, thinking he's coming straight to him. And Semba, nice little run around with Sam Walters, throws it over the top. Jay Field throws that ball back inside. It's played for. Was it Ryan Briley that touches it? The ball goes towards the sideline, the try line, and Sam Walters is there to pounce. But just look at the strength from that man and Semba.
I think if Walters just passes it there to Wardle, they score anyway, but that pass for me did go forward. But, well, when you looks out, and Briley's trying to intercept it, and Walters is there to hack it on and touch it down. Walters first of the season. And here's Harry Smith, 13 in from touch. No easy kicks in the conditions today. Smith will send it towards the post, and it's waved away. So goal kicking a problem. He's missed 3 now. Smith remains 36 points to 0.
Well, they're managing to get over the try line, though, aren't they? It's been a pretty ruthless second half performance from them, playing off really good, strong go forward. You just look at the power there from Patrick Mago, and again, just looking to give the ball to someone in a better position than him. Sam Walters just makes himself available, supports, keeps pushing up, and he's there to benefit from the try.
Matty Pete looks on. You get the feeling now it's a question of how many for Wigan. Justin Sangari into the action, and a word of praise for Justin, a player we didn't expect to be on the field today, Terry. All information was he's carrying it on. They've gone short from the restart. Briley's got it back. Well played, Ryan Briley.
Well, there you go. The little bag of tricks, that's what you're after, isn't it? Just get the ball back. However you get it back, just get it back.
Yeah, and get it back they do. Here's Sangari. You can hear the Salford fans are giving it plenty here. Will their team deliver them a try here? Nice little play from the restart.
I tell you what, the Wigan fans will go up for Salford if they scored as well.
I think they will. They were very, very encouraging at the start. They got a round of applause, the Salford team, when the team were read out earlier on here at the Brick. Here now is Chan, gets it away to Ormonroyd. He's driving forward, 20 away. Well, Matt Pete will be desperately keen to see his side keep Salford out here. Here's Morgan, drops it back for Masters, who's been a threat all afternoon, but he can't wrestle his way out of a 3-player tackle, and he'll stand 20 away on the last one. So can Salford create on this last play? Here now is Shorrocks. Shorrocks, well, he wanted to go out the back, but Briley wasn't quite where he needed to be, and the move breaks down.
Yeah, you see Joe Shorrocks playing in the half role, not a natural half. Played hooker, normally a 13, but just couldn't quite pull any strings, then gets caught in possession. Maybe a kick to the corner might have been a better option for them.
We can have it back. They'll look to bring it forward now. Here's Hill.
And Cruz leaning back onto the field now for Brad O'Neill.
Yeah, he went well, didn't he, O'Neill? He'll be happy to get some game time under his feet.
Get some game time, get through the first game back.
Here's a kick downfield for French. Across the field, he kicks to Wagstaff. Oh, it takes a wicked bounce. He needs this to sit up, or he's going to be in trouble. He's taking all day to collect it. It just wouldn't. Oh, he could be going in goal here. He could be going in goal. Oh, Briley's done well. Added his weight in there.
It's a great kick, isn't it?
It is. But now look where they are. And these are desperate times for Salford.
You know, that's a very, very good carry from Matty Foster to get back behind the ball, to bring it forward. He's not the biggest, Matty Foster.
Surrender!
They're hoping for a penalty here, Salford, to get them out of their own end of the pitch. They're not getting one at the moment. Oh, they're kicking out wide here, and Vaughan's after this. Oh, he didn't get the bounce. He did eventually get the bounce, second time of asking. Well, that was invented. We've seen Briley go through the full repertoire here. Here's Masters, gets it away, quick hands, there's a chance for the break. They thought about kicking ahead, Field in a foot race with Vaughan. And Field will get the bounce, and he's tackled 10 away. Really good set. Fair play to Salford. Nothing to lose now.
No, they've constructed some decent sets of 6, haven't they? They've still got some very, very good players that's playing. They just need everyone to get on board. Listen to the calls and go for it. Nice kick.
Here's Marshall. 25 out from his line. Leeming short to Walters. Good one-on-one hit there. Tackle made by Salford. Well, they've not thrown the towel in, have they? That is for their absolute credit. Here's Mago. Short pass. Might be better taking that in himself there, Mago. Tackle made by Ormonroyd on the 40. This is the last one. So again, Wagstaff has dropped back. I wonder if they might contemplate running it down that side. They don't. They kick it downfield, and Briley's there. Again, a horrible bounce. Now we want it to keep bouncing, and it doesn't. Sport can be cruel, Terry, at times, can't it? Every bounce at the minute just seems to be going Wigan's way.
Every kick that they're putting through, it's taking that extra bounce going towards the try line. And if you're a Salford defender, you're just hoping, like you said, wishing for it to go over the dead ball line and get that extra tackle, get a 7-tackle set.
Here's Briley again. Gets it away. Strong tackle from Eckersley. Here's Shorrock, gets it away to Masters. Masters thinking about an offload, can't get it away. Salford leads our next live Super League action on Thursday, the 10th of April, followed by Hull KR Wigan. What a game that promises to be. Saints Wakefield Friday the 11th, and then on Saturday it's Warrington against Hull and Castleford against Leigh. And then Sunday it will be the turn of the Huddersfield Giants against the Dragons. High kick for Field, takes it confidently, fires the ball across his 10-metre line. They're looking to attack here with Marshall. Marshall is quick, but Ormonroyd, of all people, across making the tackle. He's putting himself about it today.
That's a big effort from him. And they're just looking to skin Matty Foster on the outside, and Ormonroyd, big prop forward, comes in. Like playing old-style sweeper back in the day.
Yeah. 100th Super League appearance for Jack Ormonroyd. Here's Walters up the middle, gets it away. Here's Dupree. Has he got the pace to beat Briley? He's going to try. Oh, he had Field with him. He didn't pass it. Tackle made 10 away. Dupree it was on the end of the break. If they move it wide, oh, it's a shocking pass for Smith. Just shuffles it backwards, picked up by Leeming. Leeming finds French. French now has got numbers outside him. Here's Farrell, gets it away to Eckersley. Try Wigan. Salford busted apart at the seams. But is he going to give it? He's going upstairs to the video referee here. Not entirely sure why. He says try on the field. Let's find out. Marcus Griffiths will cast his eye over this one.
So it is tackle free. We have an on-field decision as try. We're just confirming the ball goes backwards. So the ball is passed at this point. So the ball appears to hit Smith's leg. So the ball hits his leg, hits his second leg, never touches his hand at this point. The ball is then scooped backwards. The ball is then kicked backwards by Lehman, who receives his own kick. So we can play on till this point. The ball is passed. French is in possession, passes the ball is passed again, and then we'll go into grounding. And the ball is down. We have a decision.
Straightforward enough. Chris Kendall thought it was good, and on the field it was good as well. Marcus Griffiths has one look at it, and Wigan extend their lead now to 40 points to 0. Quarter of the game remaining, and Wigan are starting to put on the points.
Yeah, well, everyone's an option. Again, from the Warriors' point of view, when they get the ball away from the ruck over on the left-hand side, the accuracy of the pass just wasn't quite there, but again, just playing off some nice goal forward. Sam Walters goes through. Tyler Dupree, well, thinks he's going to get there. You can see Jay Field on his shoulder. He doesn't offload the ball to him. He takes the tackle, and they're looking to shift this ball. They can't quite get the pass, Lehman to Smith, and then it's all about speed, giving the ball to a man in a better position, and it was an easy walk-in for that man, Zach Eckersley.
Yeah, second try of the Super League campaign for him. Another tough kick for Harry Smith. He'd be hoping for a few more under the posts. 4 from 7. Becomes 5 from 8 as he nails that one from out wide, and it is 42 points to 0.
Well, Harry Smith and his side now will be looking to finish this off in style in the last 20 minutes. I think the forwards from the Warriors have done a decent job when they've empowered him through and really took the battle to Salford, making them play from deep whenever they've got the ball. See the ball from Cruz Lehman, didn't quite go to the hands of Harry Smith, but then he gets back behind it, spots that space out wide. Bevan French in turn knows that he's got Liam Farrell there along with Zach Eckersley, and it's just about getting the ball in their hands for the try.
Yeah, Eckersley scores the 8th Wigan try of the day. Will Briley conjure up something here? Matty Peat looks on. This time Briley will go more orthodox. This is a kick towards the line, gathered by Smith. He'll get it away, and here goes Dupree. As Wigan, what can they produce in the final 20? What have Salford got left in the tank here?
This is the big ask for them, isn't it? Do you know how they're going to finish off this last 20 minutes? Physically, really.
Here's Junior Nasemba. Carries, thinks about offloading, bounces out of a tackle, then gets an offloader. They've tackled him 3 times and he's still got a pass away. Here now is French. French quickly into the line, showing and going, gets it to Eckersley. Eckersley flicks it back. Shorrocks may get this. He will get it. Salford get it back. So once again, Wigan's execution not quite on point.
Well, they're looking at the scoreboard and they just want to play now, don't they? They're leading by 42 points and they're just trying to throw the ball around, the Warriors.
Well, I guess if ever is a time to test your skill, it's now, isn't it? But
yeah, well, they come out the second half. They scored 20 points, haven't they, in the opening 20 minutes, so they're a bit more comfortable than what they were 20 minutes into the first half.
Yeah, they are. Salford, credit to them, continue to turn up for one another. What a team effort this is. Here now Morgan gets it away. Here's Masters. Masters drives it in. We're going to certainly paying plenty of attention to him. They know he is the danger, him and Briley.
He has been good, hasn't he, Masters?
He has. He's certainly put his hand up. Here now is Shorrocks. Shorrocks fires it now to Morgan. Back on the angle for Vaughan. Vaughan pass one. Vaughan tries to break through the line. Throws himself into the Wigan attack. Defence, sorry, and he's tackled 10 out. They're moving it now here. Morgan. Little kick for Briley. Oh, what a catch from Dupree. Like he was on a trampoline there.
Well, it looked like he was the goalkeeper for Wigan Athletic then. He manages to get up. You can see Kai Morgan just trying to kick it back towards the sticks where I think it was Ryan Bailey had called for it.
Yeah. Here's Smith, gets it away. Here's Douglas. Douglas, who had a try chalked off in the first half. We're hoping to get his name on the score sheet.
I really like the look of Jacob Douglas.
Yeah, good young player. Miski's injury is proving to be a bit of a concern, isn't it, for Wigan at the moment? Ball here down the short side to French, who's starting to get more of the ball, but a good tackle around the bootlaces from Shorrock. Last one, Leeming finds Smith. Smith just kicked into the corner, and again, we're going to say to Salford, you can have it, but you're having it down your end of the field.
Well, Nathan Connell now just trying to open up the field. Instead of getting trapped near the sideline, get centre field. Oneda's damn it. so at least it can spread that Wigan defence either side of the ruck. You mentioned before, Mark, they're starting to look a bit tired now.
They are now.
Salford, they've been under an awful lot of pressure in this game.
Salford got some tough games coming up as well for them. 2 trips to Catalans in the Cup next week. They've got Leeds, Lee and Hull KR to come as well. There's no let-up for them on the field. More off the field, the problem. Shorrock gets it. Can he bump French off? Picks him up. Is that a penalty? It is. Well, Bevan French couldn't have placed him more down any kinder, but he did tip him up, and that is a penalty.
Yeah, well, they tried to just take him down to ground. Former teammates Joe Shorrock. It's though when Joe Shorrock gets upended here by Bevan French, it's sort of like tucks, knowing that there's a penalty going to be coming. He goes in, he comes up with a good initial contact. You can see, well, it's a dead set penalty, isn't it?
It is. Everyone knows it. Everyone can smile about it. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, they'll take that. Like I say, he just tries to put Shorrock down.
I think Sam Walters has got a problem here. I think there's some blood coming from a head wound. You can just see him to the right of your picture there, getting a bit of treatment. There he is, the big man.
Okay, boys.
A bit of blood coming out of the nose. Nothing a bit of cotton wool won't sort out.
Well, you do well to hit Sam Walters and break that nose, wouldn't you? You'd have to do it off some step ladders.
One, move on.
Can Salford get a consolation? I think it'd get the biggest cheer of the day. Here's Briley, gets it away to Morgan. He's tackled. 10 in from touch. Wigan going to get another victory that will rise them up the table. 16 remaining here. Salford with the ball. Shorrock gets it away to Briley. Briley's going to put it on the boot, trying to get in behind Douglas, who reaches up and catches it. Can't get away from Wright, who makes the tackle. Some of these forwards doing 80 minutes here, Terry. I mean, that's an effort against any team, but against a physical team like Wigan, it's even better.
Yeah, it's been a huge effort for them. They found it really tough, and they keep turning up. The only real where you can see that they're trying to break Wigan down and score some points is kicking over the top. The defence has been really good in this game.
Here's Marshall, tackled on his own 30. Well, they haven't cut loose as many thought they would. There's still 16 left, but I think fair players, as quick hands there. Dupree taken off his feet. Good hit there from Wright.
Yeah, good effort, wasn't it? Again, you can see the smile between the two players there.
Kick downfield is towards Wagstaff on the far side. He'll retreat. Oh, he gets a horrible bounce, but thankfully for him, the last bounce was a good one. He could have been in trouble there.
Well, just manages to use his right foot to step away from Junior Nsemba. Looked like a missile flying through.
Well, here they're trying to get out wide. Here's Vaughan again, tackled by Douglas. No doubt those two have met in the junior ranks of the Warriors and Saints as the bounce again. If that bounce had gone slightly to the left, he was in deep trouble there. Ball now up to the 40. Here now is Briley. Briley trying to slice his way through. He got away momentarily. Masters fancies a run himself. Gets past one. Can he flick the ball away? He's gone all the way through here. He has gone through. Is this the time? Salford Smith with a tackle.
It goes the wrong way. Briley was there on the left.
He was, but if they go here, they need to go quick. Salford, if they go to the... they should have gone to the right. They go to the left. Briley has it. He's going to be wrapped up. Gets it away to Wright. Can Wright get a ball away? Finds Sangari, has a juggle. Sangari goes to ground. Great scramble in fairness from Wigan.
Yeah, well, trial line defence, that's what they're good at. That's what they're renowned for. They're a hungry side, aren't they, defensively? But when they go through here, you can just see it's great play from Masters on the left-hand side. He's got Ryan Briley. The arms go up in the air. It's a certain try.
Here is Nsemba. He's tackled. Well, you cannot question the spirit of this Salford side. Those that are putting their hand up to play. For Wigan, tip pass finds Marshall. Forward pass.
It's a bit like the first half, this, isn't it? Do you know what unfolded? They started off, first 20 minutes in the second half, they were ruthless. They were absolutely into Salford. At half-time, they were only leading by 22 points to 0. Salford turned up, and now it's just gone a bit sloppy. The pass from Harry Smith goes forward, trying to get Liam Marshall free. There was no one in front of him. If the pass goes backwards, well, that's a certain try for Marshall.
Well, they can't win, really, Wigan. They're expected to win by a distance.
Yeah,
if they win by a distance, that's what everyone expected to do. If they don't win by a distance, everyone's saying, well, you've not played very well.
But that's the big thing, isn't it, man? That's the big challenge for them.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing what's in front of you, you control what you can control, and you've got to come up with the right, correct performance that you're after.
Here's Vaughan. He's turned up well. Will he get a penalty there? No, he won't. I thought that was a high shot from Walters, not given. 12 remaining. Here now is Wright, gets it away. Well, I thought they would wilt at the end, Salford. If anything, they're getting a bit stronger.
Nice and quick.
Here's Sangare. Takes it in. Tackled. 25 away. He'll get it away now. Short pass here. Masters again, the go-to man. You wouldn't begrudge him a try, would you, in fairness? They're going to try and work it across the field here now. Foster gets it midfield, just has a tilt at the line, but we're going to happy to defend that. Last one. You get the feeling Briley's going to see this ball here. He's the go-to man, and now he gets his hands on it. What's he got? Short pass to Wright. Wright, oh, one-on-one tackle from Eckersley. Great tackle, really good tackle.
Yeah, massive tackle, because you could see what Shane Wright was trying to do then. When he goes into contact with Eckersley, he's trying to hit spin, and the offload was there. The numbers were there, but that's a big effort from him. You can see a nice little ball. He's looking for that offload. Shorrock's just coming down the back.
Great defence from Eckersley. Wigan, we mentioned, have got some big games to come. They get next week off. They're not involved in cup action. Then they go to Hull Kingston Rovers. Saints at home, Hull away, looking to avenge that cup defeat. Then a magic date with Warrington. And then Lee come here. Lee who beat them on the opening night of the season. So there's a big 5 games ahead here. Bevan French, oh, his ball's on the ground again. Vaughan's collected it. Vaughan racing away. Vaughan inside the 20, but I think the referee's going to say Salford might have had a hand on that. And it will be another set for Wigan, who were a little bit fortunate then.
Time off.
I think they're challenging this. They are going to challenge it. Why not? Let's see. Marcus Griffiths will get to determine. Did Salford knock this on?
Decision of a knock-on.
So it was tackle-free, a challenging decision of a knock-on. So he's in possession there. Does the ball get touched by Shorrock? So that's the pass that we're looking at. So at the point in which Shorrock touches the ball is still in the hands of French. So that is a ball and all tackle. So at that point there is no knock-on. But does that second hand at the back touch it? So the ball at the point in which Shorrock touches it is a ball and all tackle because French still has possession, so he's allowed to do that. So there's no knock-on at this point. So we will then go to the pick-up. So Vaughan picks up the ball. Yeah, and that will be tackle 1. Salford to play the ball. The challenge is successful.
Yeah, challenge successful then for the Salford Red Devils. Fair play, they're giving this a shake.
There you go, and that's why the captain's challenge has come in. Good pressure, good tackle, wasn't it, from Shorrock? And nice pick-up as well from Vaughan.
So they'll keep their challenge, and it will be a play of the ball here for
Time back on.
Salford.
No knock-on.
So we go inside the last 10 minutes or so here. They continue to threaten. Can they get a score?
And continue to impress as well. Nice effort and tackle from Shorrock, and good pick-up as well from Vaughan.
Ball driven forward, 15 out from the line. Yates is stood up well, gets a face Hill in there. dummy half now. Castleman man on his debut here. Ball now comes across and into the hands now of Masters. Again, Eckersley, really good one-on-one tackle. That's magnificent. We've seen Jimmy Shields come on for Salford. He'll get the last 10 minutes. Here's Vaughan again. He's grown into the game, hasn't he, Vaughan? He's certainly showed up well. Last one. Again, Matty Peat will be hoping that Wigan can keep their line intact here. They're going to Masters. He's just going to float the kick across. There are plenty of Wigan players there. Junior December collects it and ventures off over the 10, and he's knocked off his feet by Sharrops. Good shot goes in there.
Yeah, well, it goes into the hands of a man that you don't probably want to, really. Junior December, nice catch, nice clearing run. But Salford, like you said, Matt, finishing really strong here. I thought they might just, I'm not saying collapse, but just go the back end of the game.
Yeah, good one-on-one tackle again. They've stood up well here, Salford. And look, I know they're on the wrong end of the score, but plenty of people expected this to be upwards of 60, I think, today.
I've been really impressed with them. You know, through the week, there's rumours about them not even playing in this game, but I think they've turned up. Imagine going training, not knowing what's going to happen during the week and prepared to play the champions.
Yeah. Credit, absolute credit. We'll hear from Paul Rowley and Matty Peat at the end.
Justin Sangare is absolutely gone. He's on one leg, won't leave the field though.
Here now is Wardle. Last one, he's gone early. Marshall kicks ahead. Briley's back. Briley gets there on the bounce. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
He's been really good at the back. Ryan Briley. He's saved some certain tries. And now the likes of Jack Ormonroyd and Masters, Chan, they're all really sucking it in.
Oh, look at that, top against bottom, and Hull KR with a huge win. 50 points to 4, the latest score there. Big trouble for Luke Robinson and the Giants. That is, well, that is a nightmare scoreline for them, isn't it? Still awaiting their first win. Hull Kingston Rovers will extend their lead at the top. Unbeaten after 6 rounds. Here's Chan, drives it forward. This will be the last one. What have Salford got? 7.5 minutes of hard work left for them. I'm sure their coach is proud as punch, although they won't be happy with that pass. That was a poor one. And that, to be fair, the last 20 minutes, since Wigan scored that try from Eckersley on 58, the last 14 minutes then has been pretty much down the Wigan end, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've done a decent job. You could see Hill, he just hesitates to pass. I think it's the injured Justin Sangare just gets in the way, and you can see Morgan just trying to edge forward, edge backwards. Well, like, which way is he going? Paul Rowley, Kurt Haggerty. I'd be disappointed they didn't get to the kick really and just get some field position away from their own line.
6 left. Leeming finds Smith, finds Hill, offers the dummy, goes alone, tackled 10 away. Any scores now would almost be harsh on Salford, but Wigan will want to put a couple on, you feel, here. Ball works its way to Bevan French, out to field, finds Eckersley. Douglas was unmarked on the wing, maybe the ball over the top was the pass there. But Salford, credit to them, continue to make their tackles. Here now is Leeming. Leeming thinks about the big pass, goes through the gap, and December scores a second. But the referee, I think, is going to look at an obstruction here. I think there might be an obstruction in this. Let's have a look. Chris Kendall says no try. It looked as though the Salford defence stopped there, and he's saying no try on field.
So it's tackle free. We have an on-field decision of no try. So at this point, Lehman is in possession of the ball. He is around the back of his own player in close proximity. That, therefore, is obstruction. Thank you. I have a decision.
Well, it looked no try. And Chris Kendall said no try on field, so it'll be a penalty here for Salford. An interesting one there, because the defender didn't actually engage, did he, with Hill, I think, who went through the line.
Well, I'm saying that he was just obstructed, he was impeded, he couldn't get around. I know what you mean about whether you've got to make contact on the man who's coming through.
It's 3 they've had disallowed now.
Next line.
Sure, anyone was actually physically stopped. Well, I get the letter of the law. I get why he's disallowed it. But
And he goes round. Actually goes round the back of the player as well.
yeah,
Do you know, before he passes the ball?
yeah. Just held on to it too long. 5 to go then. I think all questions now. Can Salford get some points of their own? Tackle made on halfway. Here's Hill, gets it away. There's the youngster, Jimmy Shields.
Up and square. Stay square. Go, free.
Here's Masters again. He has given absolutely everything today. You can't dispute his effort today.
Yeah, he's been really good. We said at the start again about senior players leading by example. Well, he's done that.
Move, Tyler. Go early. Go early, baby.
Here's Briley now, looks to put the kick through. They don't get the bounce. Smith collects it. Smith gets it away. Oh, there's danger now. Here's Field. Foot race now. And there's only the referee going to catch him here. Jay Field's away. Chris Kendall's going through the gears. And Field will race the full length to score. And it's a try that gives Wigan 46 points. Harsh on Salford.
Well, that's the game, isn't it, for you? When things go for you, they go for you. As soon as Jay Field gets hold of that ball, well, there's nobody going to catch it. Again, the youngster, Scott Egan, the substitute, number 46. I really like, again, his effort just to chase down and force. You see him at the bottom of the screen. The little things from Wright and Egan, that you know that Jay Field's going to score the try. Like, that's not even in question, but it's just the extra effort to get back and make the kick a difficult one for Smith. And Smith, who gets hold of the ball, he's straight away, he's looking for his attacking threat. One of the most dangerous men in Super League. He gets hold of that ball, and everyone knows it's a try, but big effort from Salford to force him to score in the corner, and Jay Field knows they've won the game.
Field second. A tough kick for Harry Smith, who's just trying to clear some of the Brick Community Stadium mud off his boots. 5 from 8 today for Smith. Now Adam Kieran for the next 6 or 7 weeks for Wigan. So Smith will be on goal-kicking duties. Here's Smith then, 11 in from touch, strikes it towards the post, the flags go up, and it's 48 points to nil.
Well, 48-0 has been a tough afternoon for Salford. Well, Ryan Briley, Masters, all tried really, really hard. Jay Field gets hold of the ball, gets on the outside of Masters, and then you can see it's just striding out Marshall in support. Like I said, young Egan and Wright just forcing him to score in the corner.
Who is our bet friend player of the match then, Terry?
Yeah, well, Julian Sember, I thought he was tremendous in the first half. Set up a couple of tries, scored a try himself, real danger, and he looks right in the groove this year, doesn't he, Julian Sember?
Yeah, he does. Big ovation as he's named the player of the match. Ball with Field. Here now go Wigan again. Into the final couple of minutes then. Can Salford stop Wigan getting to 50? You have to say their effort says that they fully deserve at least that little win.
Well, they've been absolutely brilliant. I didn't know what to expect when we're seeing the team. We heard about the players.
Well, here's a problem now because Leeming has got an offload.
We heard about the players that were going to be missing, the inexperienced players that were coming in, players that were playing through the pain barrier. Well, I thought it'd been very good.
Oh, the bounce pass again. Wardle's away, and Wardle now should come round and score at the side of the post. This is harsh now. The bounce pass favours Wigan, and this is brutal on Salford.
Yeah, well, Jake Wardle, he's had a decent afternoon as well. I said all the damage really in this game has been done on that left-hand side. Jake Wardle scored a couple of tries in the first half, finished with a hat-trick. Looks really good this season. He's been one of the standouts for me over the last couple of years. I think he's a tremendous player. Again, that ball goes to the ground. They managed to pick it up. Jake Wardle, just right place, right time, manages to score another 4 points for Matty Pete's men. And if you are going to be a bit critical of them, it's another ball that's gone to the ground.
Their execution today, look, it hasn't been on point, has it? And probably pleasing in some ways for Salford it hasn't, because it could have got out of hand, this score. But I think they will be looking at this, Wigan, and thinking, we've lost quite a few points on the field.
Yeah,
here.
look, I'm trying to think back what your attitude was like when you, an hour and a half before the game, the opposition team gets posted on your door and you think, right, he's playing, he's not playing, this is what we need to do. And it's all about how you process that and how you turn up and play. I don't think the result was ever in any danger that Wigan were going to win this today.
Yeah.
It's how they were going to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And these late scores a little bit harsh on Salford. Smith looks to add the extras. Flags go up, and it is 54 points to nil. We'll hear from both coaches, and it'll be interesting what Paul Rowley makes it. It'll be interesting as well what Matt Pete makes of it. But this fella's had a wow of a game. Junior December cutting loose, and he's put a few tries on a plate for his teammates, as well as helping himself to one of his own.
Yeah, it's always good when you see youngsters come through, you know, make a real name for themselves. And you know, I think he's been outstanding since he burst onto the scene a couple of years ago. He can play. Junior December, he really did help that man, Jake Wardle. As that left edge has been really good cutting, and they've struggled to control them.
Riley will kick off for what will be the last time. Ball gathered by Smith. 35 seconds left field. Oh dear. Oh, it's dropped. It's a try. It's a try. They've got one. They have got one right at the end. Unbelievable. Nathan Connell, I think it is, who's touched it down.
Tackle, Marcus.
What a comedy of errors. Not sure why he's gone upstairs here. Looked good on the field. Well, unbelievable. Wigan, we're going to go through the gears there. And it's upstairs to the video referee.
We've got no tackle. We're checking for a possible Salford knock-on. So that ball is lost backwards by French. French then regathers the ball. So, Connell, at this point, is attempting to make the tackle. He then grips underneath. Let's see if there's any other angles. So he's then gripped underneath the ball. That left hand I need to see, right? Left hand. So he's gripped under the ball and there is a pulling action. The ball then travels forward in relation to the ground. I have a decision.
Oh, Marcus Griffiths, you are the cruelest man in Super League.
He's the Grinch.
He's the... Oh, dearie me. Connell's try is going to be chalked off here. Well, Wigan looking for a trick play. And I think they've dodged one there. Look, it would have been a scant consolation, but it's not given. And when you looks out, you looks out.
Oh, Marcus, the Super League Grinch. That's a shocker.
Well, Nathan Connell thought he got his try. And I think Wigan will just let the clock run down here. Oh, we thought they were over.
Yeah.
Look, I think even the Wigan fans would have cheered if that had been given at the end. It's not going to be given.
No, there was a massive cheer from them, Mark. They went up. Nathan Connell put himself there. He thought he'd got the ball. He thought he'd got the try. Unfortunately, the ball does go forward. But come on, Marcus.
He's got to play to the rules, Terry. Look, absolute respect between two sets of players. The fans that are here will applaud Salford as well. Look, this is not a pity party. No, this is the toughest game in the world, and these guys are turning up without the help of their full team, and they have put in a dig today. They've had a right old go. They've been beat by 54 points to 0. But